Deep in the arid and desolate deserts of New Mexico, the Manhattan Project scientists raced against time, driven by the urgency of war and the fear of the unknown. World War II raged on, a global conflict that had already claimed millions of lives and left countless others in turmoil. In secret laboratories, they worked tirelessly on a weapon, a terrifying new bomb that could change the course of history. At the heart of this bomb was a sphere of plutonium, a dense and radioactive metal that held the key to unprecedented destruction. This was no ordinary metal, it was rare, dangerous and incredibly powerful. It was known as the Demon Core, a name that hinted at its lethal potential. The Demon Core was a critical component of the atomic bomb, a device that could unleash devastation on an unimaginable scale. It was meticulously designed to sustain a nuclear chain reaction, a process that would release a staggering amount of energy. This reaction would release unimaginable energy, a force so powerful it could obliterate entire cities in an instant. The scientists knew its power, and they understood the gravity of their work. They also knew its danger. Handling the Demon Core required utmost caution and precision. The Demon Core was more than just a scientific experiment. It was a symbol of human ingenuity and the darker side of technological advancement. It was a symbol of the new atomic age, an era that promised both incredible advancements and unprecedented threats. An age of incredible promise, where the power of the atom could be harnessed for progress, but also of unparalleled peril, where that same power could lead to annihilation. This sphere of plutonium held the fate of humanity in its balance, a reminder of the thin line between creation and destruction. As they worked, the scientists often pondered the ethical implications of their creation. They were not just building a bomb, they were shaping the future. The consequences of their work would be felt for generations as the world grappled with the aftermath of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Today, the legacy of the Demon Core lives on, both in the peaceful use of nuclear energy and the ever-present threat of nuclear warfare. The story of the Demon Core is a testament to the dual-edged nature of scientific progress, a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility. And so, deep in the deserts of New Mexico, the tale of the Demon Core continues to echo, a haunting reminder of the past and a cautionary tale for the future. The scientists conducted criticality experiments with the Demon Core. This was a highly dangerous and delicate task, requiring immense precision and nerves of steel. The Demon Core was a 6.2-kilogram sphere of plutonium, and it had already claimed lives due to its volatile nature. They called it tickling the dragon's tail. This phrase captured the essence of their work, teasing the edge of disaster, knowing that one misstep could unleash catastrophic consequences. They knew the risks involved. One wrong move could be deadly. The scientists were acutely aware that they were dealing with forces beyond human control, forces that could obliterate everything in an instant. The experiments were designed to bring the plutonium close to a critical state. This meant carefully positioning neutron reflectors around the core to increase its reactivity, inching ever closer to the point of no return. This would allow them to study the behavior of a nuclear chain reaction. Understanding this behavior was crucial for the development of nuclear weapons, as well as for advancing nuclear science. They used neutron reflectors to measure the reactivity of the core. These reflectors would bounce neutrons back into the plutonium, increasing the likelihood of a chain reaction. The goal was to get as close to a chain reaction as possible without triggering a full-blown explosion. This required a delicate balance, a dance on the edge of disaster. It was a dangerous game. The scientists knew they were playing with fire. The tension in the lab was palpable as each adjustment brought them closer to the brink. But the stakes were high, and they were determined to push the boundaries of science. They believed that their work could change the world, for better or worse, and they were willing to take the risks to achieve their goals. The legacy of their experiments would echo through history, a testament to human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. August 21st, 1945, a young physicist named Harry Daghlian stayed late at the lab. He was working with the Demon Core. He was alone, a fateful decision that would seal his fate. Daghlian was performing a dangerous experiment. He was using tungsten carbide bricks to reflect neutrons back at the core. He was attempting to manually bring it closer to a critical state, As Daghlian lowered the final brick, the instruments began to scream. He realized his mistake. He had gone too far. He tried to stop the reaction, but it was too late. The core had gone critical. A blue glow filled the room. Daghlian felt a wave of heat and nausea. He had been exposed to a lethal dose of radiation. He knocked the brick away, but the damage was done. Daghlian was rushed to the hospital. His condition deteriorated rapidly. He suffered from radiation sickness. His skin blistered, he vomited, and he experienced excruciating pain. Despite the best efforts of doctors, Daghlian died just 25 days later. His death sent shockwaves through the Manhattan Project. It was a stark reminder of the deadly power of the atom. Section 5, the price of knowledge. The demon core, however, was not finished. Despite the tragic accident with Daghlian, the experiments continued. The scientists were driven to learn more, but their thirst for knowledge came at a price. Louis Slotin, another brilliant physicist, joined the team. He was confident in his abilities. He believed he could control the demon core. Slotin began conducting his own experiments. He too used the neutron reflectors. He was aware of the risks, but he believed he could avoid the mistakes of the past. He was wrong. Section 6. The legacy of the demon core. May 21st, 1946. Slotin was performing a demonstration. He used a screwdriver to separate two beryllium hemispheres. The hemispheres acted as neutron reflectors. He was essentially balancing the core on the edge of a knife. The screwdriver slipped. The hemispheres slammed shut. The demon core went supercritical. A blinding flash of light filled the room. Slotin reacted instinctively. He knocked the hemispheres apart with his bare hand. His quick thinking saved the lives of the other scientists in the room. But Slotin received a lethal dose of radiation. He described seeing a blue flash and feeling a wave of heat. Section 7, the nuclear age. Slotin died 9 days later. The demon core had claimed its second victim. The accidents involving Daghlian and Slotin sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The world was now fully aware of the dangers of the nuclear age. The demon core became a chilling reminder of the potential consequences of scientific progress. The accidents forced a reassessment of safety protocols. They led to the development of remote handling techniques. The goal was to prevent future accidents. Section 8, a new understanding. The demon core accidents were a wake-up call. They highlighted the need for caution and respect. The power of the atom could be harnessed for good, but it could also be incredibly destructive. The accidents also led to a new understanding of the effects of radiation poisoning. Doctors and scientists learned valuable lessons. They used this knowledge to develop new treatments for radiation exposure. The demon core had a lasting impact on the field of nuclear physics. It forced scientists to confront the ethical implications of their work. It led to a greater emphasis on safety and responsibility. Section 9. Remembering the past. The story of the demon core is a cautionary tale. It reminds us that scientific progress is not without its risks. The pursuit of knowledge must be tempered with wisdom and caution. The accidents of Daghlian and Slotin serve as a reminder of the human cost of scientific progress. They are a stark illustration of the dangers of nuclear materials. Their sacrifices were not in vain. They led to important safety improvements. They raised awareness about the dangers of radiation. Their legacy continues to shape the way we handle nuclear materials today. Section 10, our shared responsibility. The demon core is a relic of a bygone era. It represents a time when scientific curiosity and the race for technological advancement led humanity to the brink of unprecedented destruction. It is a reminder of a time when the world stood on the brink of nuclear war. The mushroom clouds that rose over Hiroshima and Nagasaki are etched into our collective memory, serving as stark symbols of the devastating power of nuclear weapons. But the lessons we learned from it are as relevant today as ever. The efforts of countless individuals and organizations to promote nuclear disarmament and foster international cooperation are a testament to our enduring commitment to peace. We live in a world with thousands of nuclear weapons. These weapons are spread across various nations, each with its own policies and agendas, creating a complex web of potential conflict. The threat of nuclear war still hangs over us. Tensions between nations can escalate quickly, and the existence of these weapons means that any conflict has the potential to become catastrophic. We must remember the past and learn from it. The destruction witnessed in Hiroshima and Nagasaki should serve as a powerful reminder of the consequences of nuclear warfare. The responsibility falls on all of us. Governments, organizations, and individuals alike must work together to promote peace and prevent the proliferation of nuclear weapons. We must work together to ensure that these weapons are never used again. Diplomatic efforts, peace summits, and grassroots movements all play a crucial role in this endeavor. We must strive for a world free from the threat of nuclear annihilation, a world where future generations can live without the fear of a nuclear catastrophe hanging over their heads. The future of humanity may depend on it. Our actions today will shape the world of tomorrow, and it is our shared responsibility to ensure that we leave behind a legacy of peace and security for all.